Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Shanika and today I'll be guiding you through a yin yoga sequence for those days when you are feeling overwhelmed or maybe you are feeling exhausted. I'm a teacher and June is a very hectic month despite the fact that school is ending for the summer. I'm almost there. We're almost there if you are a teacher as well. And maybe just there are other life events that are happening right now that may just have you feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So today's practice is going to be a special practice. It's going to be a sequence done at the wall. So you will not need any props. You will just need a big space of wall, and if you don't want to get your walls dirty, you can always wear a pair of socks. So I do hope you enjoyed today's practice, and we will go ahead and get started. I'll just demonstrate how you want to kick your legs up the wall. So we're going to come to our side. I'm going to bring my left hip to the wall, and then I'm going to come down onto my right forearm. I'm then going to kick my legs up. I'm positioning myself on my back. So in this position, if you are feeling tingling sensations in the legs, then just shimmy yourself away from the wall slightly. And just taking a few moments here before we begin. You can bring your arms up by your side, up over your head, or you could place it on your belly. So from here, let's very gently begin to bend the left knee. So bringing the sole of the left foot to the wall. You're then going to take your right ankle and cross it over the left kneecap. And so when you do this, if your bum is lifting all the way up off of the floor, it means that you need to move your bum away from the wall slightly. Keeping that right foot flexed. And there's also the option to maybe shimmy that left leg up a little bit so that the bend isn't as deep in that left knee. I also like to support my right knee with my right hand. Taking our last few breaths on this side. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Very gently from here, we'll be making our way into a twist. You're going to take your right knee and cross it all the way over the left. And then you're going to drop both knees, including the left foot, to the floor for a twist. And you can push your left foot against the wall and looking over your right shoulder. Coming into our last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Very gently, you can press your left foot into the wall. Draw the knees back up. Bring the right leg back up the wall and bring the left leg back up. Just taking a few moments here before we come to the other side. Maybe you'd much rather find some movement. You can always rock the hips from side to side. That feels better. And we'll go ahead and do the other side. So maybe you need to shimmy your bum away from the wall a little bit if you had moved. Otherwise, begin to bend the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot to the floor, and then crossing the left ankle over the right knee. And again, making sure that left foot is flexed. And I always like to start with supporting my left knee. And then adjusting the height of your right foot. So the lower you bring the right foot, the more intense the stretch will be. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Always remembering to come back to the breath. I find that when my mind begins to wander in a pose, I count my inhales. So 1 inhale, 1 exhale would be 1. 1 inhale, 1 exhale would be 2. So inhale for 1. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. And I do this until I get to 10, and then I begin again. Coming into our last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. So gently now, crossing the left knee all the way over the right. And dropping both knees, including the right foot, onto the floor for a twist. And if it's uncomfortable to have your right foot pressing into the wall, you can always extend it. last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Very gently begin to press the right foot into the wall and draw the left leg up and the right leg. Just taking a few moments here. Let's gently open the eyes. We will be making our way into malasana. So bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. You're then going to turn your toes out on a diagonal and then heel toe your feet as wide as is comfortable for you. Just making sure your toes are pointed out and the knees are able to drop open. Think of happy baby. When you're holding on to your feet, you can think of that shape in the legs on the wall. And then finding that sweet spot for yourself. I like to take my hands and gently press down on my knees, very, very gently. And the wonderful thing about doing yin at the wall is you just allow gravity to do the work. And you're just listening and noticing the subtle shifts, subtle openings in the body. Taking a few more breaths here until we move a little bit deeper. All right, so we will be moving a little bit deeper. If you're totally fine here, you can stay here. If you're looking to go and open up a little wider, you might want to scoot your bum just a little bit closer, and then very gently begin to open up the legs. And again, I like to take my hands and gently press down, and you can also place blocks underneath your thighs for support. Nice deep breaths here. Just let it go. Last few breaths here. Let's take our last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently bringing your hands behind the backs of your knees, pushing into your heels. Gently bend the knees, and you can heel toe your feet back or gently bring them off the wall. Help them close with your hands and bring them back up. Just take a few moments here. Gently bring the soles of the feet to the floor and bend both knees. Just take a few moments. Maybe rock from side to side. From here, let's roll over onto our right side. Use your left hand to help push yourself up. And we're going to come onto our knees. We're going to come into a forward fold. So begin to stand up. Press your bum into the wall for support. Slight bend in the knees, and then let the head go. Maybe take a few shoulder rolls here and nod your head yes and no. Maybe you make fists, place them in the eyes of your elbows for added weight. The last few breaths here. Let's take our last two breaths. A nice big inhale, fill up. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And sigh it out. Gently just moving away from the wall so you're completely back onto your mat. We're just going to drop to the knees. Knees go out nice and wide, big toes come to touch. Send your hips back, finding yourself in a child's pose. Last few breaths here. Last 2 breaths. Nice big inhale. And sigh it out. One more inhale. And exhale. Very gently from here, let's lift the gaze, and we're going to come all the way on to our backs. Gently draw the knees in towards the chest and rock from side to side. We'll take a little squeeze before our Savasana. Let's lift our head, neck, and shoulders. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around your knees or grab onto your feet. We're going to squeeze here for 3, for 2. Let's take a nice big inhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale. Release. Extend the legs out wide, arms out wide for your Savasana. And let's take 2 cleansing breaths here. Nice, deep, and loud. Let's take a nice big inhale. And sigh it out. Letting go of any residual tensions, anything that's not serving you. One more inhale. And exhale. So feeling free to stay here for as long as you'd like. I hope you enjoyed today's practice, and I will see you back here again soon. Have a wonderful day or night whenever you did this practice.